Yay. Seahawks win 6-3 and improve to 9-7 on the season. Oh, let's go over those scoring plays. I know we haven't done them over the last couple of weeks, but I think that we can actually get these one in a reasonable amount of time. Jason Myers makes a field goal in the first quarter. Cairo Santos makes a field goal in the second quarter. Jason Myers makes a field goal in the second quarter. I'm done. Thanks for watching, everybody. Ooh, look, I'm a Seahawks fan. I'm wearing this today. You know, I love my Seahawks. They have brought me a lot of joy and a lot of tears and they've given me a lot. They've given me a lot. Being a Seattle sports fan is a lot. It's hard to take joy for me in a game like this. It was such an atrocious football game, such an unwatchable disaster of a football contest that the only solace you can take is that they won. Because imagine if you had to watch this dog crap, and I'm sorry to dog crap, you don't deserve this. Imagine if you had to watch this game and then you lose. How you feel? Imagine being a Chicago Bears fan right now. To watch for 3 hours and the ultimate result is you lose? Because there are let's compare this to a movie, right? Because there's two kinds of bad movies. There are movies that are so bad that they become good because they become funny or because you can point out the contrivances and you can point out the cliches. You can do that and it becomes kind of fun. It becomes The Room. This was not The Room. This was that bad movie, that they think is a awards contender that ends up just being pretentious, awful drivel with wacky, terrible decisions by the characters. This game sucked. It sucked. And one of the reasons it sucked is because the Seahawks offense today sucked. We'll get into some positives for sure. But for the most part, this was a bad offensive game. Geno Smith, the completion percentage is nice. It was nice. And it was at night. It was not a good game. It was not a good game from Geno. I expect better from Geno. We all should expect better from Geno. Got very, 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 very lucky that he didn't throw another red zone interception. And from that point on, he was game manager. And look, it had something to do with the weather, of course. It had something to do with the fact that they were playing on short rest, of course. But man, this was a bad offensive game. DK Metcalf, an absolute non-factor after his actually strong game, even though it ended with that horrible route on that interception. Tyler Lockett remains absolutely not effective. You know, he gets the first target in that game. And that's great. You know, I get it. Maybe trying to get him involved. Non-factor. JSN, non-factor. They were not able to get the ball deep whatsoever. And of course, some of that had to do with weather. Some of it have to do with the offensive line as well. Geno takes 3 sacks. But I don't even know where I'm going with the but. You should always know where you're going with the but. This was just such an awful football game to watch. So bad to watch. And look, I cover football for NBC. I do every single Thursday night football game for Roto World right now. Every single one. And so I've watched a lot of these. And they haven't been this bad, but they've been darn close. Darn close. And it's a problem that it's not a problem for the NFL. You know why it's not a problem for the NFL? Go look and see how those Netflix games did on Christmas Day. By the way, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Whatever you celebrate, a very happy day to you. So appreciate you checking out my channel and all that stuff. I'm so angry. I'm so angry after a Seahawks win. But go look at the viewership for that game. It's not changing, but it's going to hurt the quality of the sport significantly because they're going to have NFL whenever they can. And these games stink. Games on short rest are atrocious football. And today was a prime, pun intended, example of it. Just god awful football between two flawed teams, no question about it. But if you play this game on Sunday, it ain't 6-3. If you play this game on Saturday, it ain't 6-3. But when you combine short yardage with bad weather and mediocre talent, especially on the offensive side, this is going to happen. And I hate it. I freaking hate it. Let's get into the positives. But first, let's thank Simply Seattle, the very best in Seattle sports gear. Great stuff for your Seahawks, of course, but the Mariners, the Huskies, Supersonic, Kraken, you can find it all at simplyseattle.com. Thank you so much. Use code MOLLYWOP15, MOLLYWHOP15 to take 15% off your order. Great deal from great people. Really appreciate you supporting them because they support me. Circle of life. MOLLYWHOP15 and simplyseattle.com. Link in the description to take you right there. Okay. The positives are you win and you keep your very slim playoff hopes alive. Now, you've got to start rooting for you've got to root hard for the Cardinals because if the Cardinals don't win, this is all for naught. Week 18 will be meaningless. But you had to win this one in order for that game to matter. And then if you can get a Cardinals upset of the Rams, which I don't think is I wouldn't bet on it, but it's possible. Then you have a massive game to end it all. A chance to win the division, a chance to play a home playoff game. That's cool. I wouldn't say I expected that at the start of the year. I certainly didn't expect it in the middle of the year when they fell to 4-5. So, hey, that's cool. That's cool. Kenny McIntosh. I want to get him the ball more. Now, Zach Charbonnet was okay, but outside of a 25-yard run, it was all pretty, and the offensive line has something to do with that. But McIntosh has some wiggle to him. One thing I would like to see is him used more in the passing game. It was something that he was effective at Georgia. You can leave him in on third down because he's a pretty solid blocker from what I have seen as well. So that's nice to see. Yeah, I thought he had a really nice game. I'd like to see him more involved. Noah Fant is getting more involved in the offense as we go. So that's nice to see. A couple of nice checkdowns there from Geno to him, where he stayed in as a blocker and then released. Just nice to see production from him. 93 yards in the last two games. I don't know if he had 93 yards total coming into those. That's slightly hyperbolic, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I think that's it for positives offensively. Didn't turn the ball over. Should have passed right into a defender on that red zone play. And thank goodness he dropped it because you don't win that game without it. Defensively, now, I don't want to go too crazy here because Caleb Williams still has a lot of work to be done. I'm a big Caleb Williams fan. I don't want to be too rude. I don't care if you are or not. I trust my eyes. I'm usually right about this stuff. I know that sounds super gross, but I think Caleb Williams is going to be really good. He needs help, and the fact that they have Shane Waldron developing him is one of the stupidest things that you could possibly have. One of the worst offensive minds in the sport. I say that with no hyperbole whatsoever. Shane, if you're watching this, I kind of hate you. I kind of sort of hate you. Hope you're well, but I hate you as a football coach. So yeah, Caleb Williams wasn't good. Again, short rest and bad weather. Having said that, the Seahawks played a really good defensive game. You can't say the Seahawks don't deserve credit when they get 7 sacks. And of course, holding on to the ball too long, sure. And boy, former Seahawk legend Jake Curran, we owe him a world of gratitude because he really hurt the Bears today. He was bad. He made a massive penalty on what was a brilliant touchdown throw to my good buddy Roma Dunze. I don't know you, Roma Dunze, but I love you. Go Huskies. But, and by the way, I apologize for my dog. We gave her some treats for Christmas Day, and she's not settling for the normal food. So she's sniffing like crazy for everything. If you can hear it in the background, I apologize. If you can't, I'm okay with being the crazy person here. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jake Curran, for just a garbage football game. Like, holy crap. But really not strong defensive game from a bunch of people. I think Jaron Reed played his best game as a Seahawk in a very long time. Leonard Williams is a beast. Leonard Williams is probably, if he's not the best Seahawk, he's probably the second best Seahawk. And you know what? No, he's the best Seahawk. I haven't gone enough in depth on how good Leonard Williams is. I don't know why. Because he's awesome. Maybe it's because I'm a Notre Dame fan and he went to USC. No, it's not that. But man, oh man, is Leonard Williams just balling. And 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. An unbelievably good game. And Wosu, one of his better games of the year for sure. Byron Murphy made a difference, I think. On that 3rd and short play, he just blew up a blocker. Jaron Reed beat a double team on that play as well. So the linebackers were good. The secondary was solid. Reek Woolen, strong game. Didn't have to do a whole lot. Did get burnt once on a 4th and 5. Not really burnt even, just, a guy ran past him and didn't make the tackle, but gets the interception. That was great to see to end the game. I'm rooting for Reek Woolen. I don't know if this is going to be a long tenure. I would honestly bet against it right now. But Reek Woolen has all of the talent. And the fact he's your second best corner, too, he doesn't have to be elite. He just has to be pretty darn good. And they have a chance to have one of the best 1-2 corners in football. They may have the chance to have the best. Devin Witherspoon was phenomenal today. So many good plays in the run game, was excellent in coverage. It was nice to see. It was nice to see Devin Witherspoon make an impact, because I don't think Devin Witherspoon, who's been bad this year, he just hasn't really made the flash. You know what I mean? But he gets the sack, 3 tackles for loss, 6 total tackles. You hold I think it was 122 passing yards. The defense was really good today. And, no, I'll just say it. It was good. It was good in a terrible football game. The Bears deserve a lot of the credit for all of 3 points. No question about it. By the way, their clock management, again, just atrocious tonight. Atrocious. I'm going to pick up my dog. This is ridiculous. This is the thing, making all that noise. All because she's not getting some treats right now. She's a good girl. She just turned 13, and she is a very good girl. She likes me a lot, and I like her too. In fact, I'm going to go hang out with her rather than talk about this stupid game. Please hit like. Please hit subscribe. You got a chance for one. Now, Saturday is big, because if not, Sunday means nothing. Other than the fact that 10-win season would be kind of cool. You can question how important that is and whether or not it's even good to win 10 games if you're not going to the postseason, because draft picks matter. Yeah. Ugly football game. Atrocious football game. Molly. Oh, she's pretty heavy. She's pretty heavy. Say bye, Molly.